Imagine that you're a mischievous giant walking along. You happen upon this cute little village and you decide to do some mischief. What do? You walk over to the garden, you pluck it out of the ground, and you put it in the air. That's the exact story I was telling myself as I was building my hanging garden. I wanted to add some more stuff to my village. I had just added my windmill right here, which I really do like, but I wanted to fill in this spot over here. And I thought about putting a garden right here. I had my cute little path walking over here. Then I was like, no, you know what, Lonnie, you need to add a little bit more pizzazz to that. What about if the garden is hanging in the air? And how I got this to work is I put one block down and I just built straight up until I got the height that I wanted. And then I just started expanding out. I gave it multiple layers because, again, I'm kind of just thinking about the effect of pulling something out of the ground. I wanted it to look like it's a little bit jagged. So I have everything going down. And then I incorporated a lot of falling blocks. I also have these flowers matching all the flowers on the ground. Again, trying to give it that look and that concept that this was once right there. Again, trying to give it as much movement as possible. I came up with this idea to put this little bench right here that matches this little bench in there, but this one has the chairs falling down. I made this one upside down, again, just to try to give it as much movement as possible. I made this gazebo the center point of the garden. I figured if you were in the village and you needed a little quiet time, you could come over here and relax. Yep, and there you go. Sometimes you actually fall off the garden, but that's why the water is down there. You have to watch your step because, again, it is in the sky. Now, looking at this from the distance, it looks like that waterfall is almost holding up the garden, and actually, it's the complete opposite. I had it in my mind that there was this cute little water feature that when you're sitting there trying to get back to nature, you could have the sounds of water. But once that pesky giant came and plucked it out of the ground, it broke that water feature, and now it just flows over the side. Now, I wanted to give it again that look of it just getting plucked out of the ground, so I made everything underneath really uneven. I have dirt, stone, and moss, and I just did it at really weird intervals, not really thinking too much about it because sometimes nature is a little chaotic. I just wanted it again to look just like, I don't know, like it's dangling in the air, like it used to be in the ground. Now, I did add the glowberries for two reasons. One, I wanted it to kind of look like roots again coming out of the ground. And also, two, what I didn't realize that with that large of a build up in the air, it cast a lot of shadow down below, and I was actually spawning a lot of mobs. So I decided to add as much light as I could with the glowberries. And then I went and I did what I do on all of my builds is I buried some lights. Now, if you have not done this, I'm going to tell you right now, this is my number one trick. It helps alleviate all of those mobs that come and spawn in the dark. And I lit up down below as kind of discreetly as I could. And that's the story of my hanging garden. I really do like this one. This one kind of pushed my imagination a little bit, just with the falling blocks and the story behind it. But I usually have a story behind every single build that I do. I think it helps me be more creative. And you know what? Truthfully, it makes it a lot of fun. I did build this live on Twitch. So if you'd like to join me over there, I would love to have you. And I would also like to hear your opinion. What's your favorite feature of this hanging garden? Leave me a comment, let me know. And until then, I will see you on the next build.